Hey guys, it's your girl Zandra's Life. Thanks for coming and tuning into another video. Thanks for spending time with me. As always, be sure to subscribe and click the bell button and join me for future videos to come. So in this video, I want to jump right in and talk all about building confidence, how to build confidence after a breakup, after a really bad relationship. And a breakup does not only have to be an intimate relationship. It could be a friendship that you've parted ways with. It could be a really bad breakup as far as like an intimate relationship that you've had that you're kind of like just rebuilding yourself from. It could be a relationship with self. I always talk about how that's one of the biggest relationships that we have. Many times we lose ourselves and lose that relationship that we have with ourselves, and we're looking at trying to build that confidence in who we are and become a better person and grow from there. So really, or potentially after you have a baby. So I know that I just had a baby. He is actually a little over 1 now. And it took me a while to really start feeling confident again and really start looking at a step-by-step process of how I was going to rebuild who I was and figure out who I was going to be after this whole motherhood thing. Although I do have an older son, I had him when I was a lot younger. And so not only the age gap, you know, having a child at 16 versus having a child at 28, it's a huge gap. So huge gap. And obviously when you're younger, you know, your body just kind of snaps back. So I was dealing with a lot of things like that, just not having that quick snapback and having to combat a lot of self-confidence issues and negative self-talk. And so we'll jump into that. I wrote everything down so that I can stay on track for you guys. But first, before I jump in, I want to be sure to show you my new journal, which I'm absolutely in love with. I think it's like the cutest thing. So I got this journal from Michael's. Hopefully you guys are able to see this. I guess I don't have a viewfinder, whatever it is, whatever it's called. So I can't really tell if you what you guys are looking at until I edit the video. But I absolutely love this journal. So I am like a huge fan of like getting journals. I actually create journals, and I'll go ahead and do a kind of like a haul or like journal viewing, whatever you want to call it, for you all here in just a bit. I'll actually be doing that from my own line, my brand, which is called Mindful Matters. And so you guys will be getting a bit of that here pretty soon. But for those of you who have been rocking with my business for a while and rocking with me on social media for a while, then you already know about my journals and have already purchased them. The link will be down in the description box below for you guys to check out my website, check out my journals, all that good jazz. I absolutely love my journals. But I am like a journal fanatic, so I'm sure many of you are as well. I think quite a few people really love journals. And now that we're at like the end of the year and wrapping the year up, I'm always looking for really cool journals that have like awesome sayings for the upcoming year. So the big push is all 2020 right now. It's a big year for a lot of us. A lot of us are kind of cleansing things and getting things off our chest. For 2019, we're in December. It's all about clearing house. It's all about the purge, honey, and walking in fresh, refreshed, okay, and ready for 2020. So this video is just on time for so many of us because I want us to walk into 2020 very confident. So all of that lack and negative self-talk, I need you to throw it in the trash now. So, okay, this journal I found, like I said, at Michael's. I love it. It says, find joy in the ordinary. And I found that to be really interesting. Most of the time, everybody's talking about the unordinary, like, you know, be different and all that good jazz. I do as well, but I love this. I think it's a nice reminder of saying, find joy in every day. You know, that's how I looked at it. It was just like, this is an ordinary day, a regular day, a day for magic to happen in every moment. And so find joy in that. Find joy in the fact that your day-to-day is beautiful. You know what I mean? Like any day is beautiful. It doesn't have to be something major happening for it to be great. So I'll be looking in this book. If you guys see me looking down, it's because I want to make sure that I stay on task in this video. And also I have this really cool pen. So I know quite a few people actually sell these pens, but I love it. This is something that I actually sell with my journals as well. And I love that little diamond tip right there. It's like so cute and classy. Like I'm all about that glam life. Okay, so I'm here for it. But let's jump into the video. Let me check my notes real quick. Okay, so confidence. Like I feel like one of the biggest, we have so many life changes. And so our confidence is always fluctuating. Like anything that happens in life really can like trigger your confidence. I can be super confident today, and then I get a scar, and this might seem extremely vain to some people, but everybody's different, and so be respectful of that. But like, let's just say, you know, my hair starts falling out or something like that. My confidence, you may not see it. I could easily throw on a wig, honey, and be just fine. But the thing is, internally, I'm struggling. I'm suffering. I'm feeling lack of self-confidence with that. You know, or I have a major, major breakup, and now I'm feeling like, who the hell am I? Like, how am I going to find my identity outside of these things? And so that leads me into my very first point, and that is find what you love outside of the people in your life and outside of the mundane, if you will. So we have like normal things, right? I have my 2 boys, and I'm used to being a mother and doing things like that. We're used to certain titles in our life. So you're used to being a wife. You're used to being a mother. You're used to being a sister. You're used to being an employee or a boss or whatever it is, right? And there are certain activities that are associated with those things. There are certain things connected to the people within those different aspects of our lives that we do all the time. You know what I mean? Like it becomes the norm. It is what is expected. So find what you love. Like you as an individual, what do you love outside of those titles, outside of those things? If someone was to ask you, what do you love? What do you enjoy doing? Your first response more than likely is going to be, I love spending time with my kids. If you're a parent, I love spending time with my kids. I love going to my children's basketball game, football game, baseball game. I enjoy being a great boss and giving my employees like X, Y, and Z. I love going to work and seeing my clients smile. Like, you know what I mean? I feel like one of the major things I used to hear in social work was, okay, why did you become a social worker? And this was to my response as well. It was, why do you want to be a social worker? Well, I love people. I love to work with people. Okay. And like, I mean, you know what I mean? Like, yes, we're social beings. And so of course we enjoy other people. We should enjoy other people. Okay. So my point is, find something that you enjoy doing. Find something that you love doing. What brings you joy? What makes you happy? If you had no one else around, would you enjoy that activity by yourself? Do you love to paint? That's great. Wonderful. Then how are you going to do that? How are you going to incorporate that into your now routine? Are you going to do it weekly? Are you going to do it monthly? Things like that. One of the biggest things I've learned is that I love to meditate. Why did I find that out? Because I love being by myself. So I don't mind being around people. I'm definitely an introvert. I will say that. I don't mind being extroverted when I need to be. I'm more than capable of doing that. I enjoy being around people. But because I'm so introverted and I enjoy quiet time and I enjoy alone time, I got tired of reading books. I got tired of doing, you know, one-on-one activities that I guess you would usually do in your alone time. I'm not really a big TV fan, and so something I found was like, hey, I really love meditating. I love processing my thoughts. I love this alone time, which led me into sound bath and having that sound meditation, you know, because I also love music. So start finding the things that you enjoy doing and start to explore, which is going to lead me into my next point, is do something new, you guys. Like, start doing new things. Start exploring life. Like, stop doing the same old thing. Like, it is, you know, a lot of times it's like, oh, I'm so boring. Oh, I don't really like to do this. I just sit in the house. It's not that you're boring. It's that you don't want to explore. You don't want to take the time to go out into this world and explore life. Go outside. Go. Like, do something exciting. All right? Like, if you're not afraid of heights, go bungee jumping. If you got some time, because we like to make excuses, okay? And this, I think, affects our confidence so much because we really don't take the time to invest into ourselves, to find what we enjoy doing, and to find what that is outside of the people that we're used to clinging to. You get in a relationship, you do everything that person wants to do in that relationship. You are an individual outside of every single relationship in your life. That's including parenthood. You are an individual. You were before you had children. You were before you got married. You were before anything, okay? Who are you? Find that identity and explore. Explore a bit. Stop making an excuse of, I don't have time. That's one of the biggest reasons why we aren't necessarily building confidence, is because, oh, I don't have enough time. I have to work all day. I run, like, this was a big thing for me, was that I had to make time. Like literally my mornings would be up at 5, get kiddos ready, drop this one to school, drop this one to daycare, go and take care of work. Leave work, grab baby from daycare, make sure, you know, my other baby is at home and safe and everything's good to go, cook dinner, do this, do this, do this. Like the list will go on, okay? I have so many things that I needed to do, and I would be so exhausted. I would be so drained. And what would kill me is that I'd be like, oh my God, I'm sleeping all throughout the night. How could I be tired? Because I sleep all night. So what exactly am I tired of right now? I know what I'm tired of. I'm tired of myself. I'm tired of not pouring into myself. I'm tired of not giving myself me time. I'm tired of constantly thinking and processing for everything, all of my duties, okay, in life, the duties to the titles that I have in life. I was exhausted from doing that. So I'd be tired all day long, but you know why? Because my mental wasn't good. I wasn't decluttering my mind. I wasn't mind dumping. I wasn't taking the time to really focus on myself, okay? I really wasn't. And I'm going to slide into my next point of why it was adding to that tiredness and why I wasn't mind dumping and my mind was so cluttered with so much junk that I truly was just exhausted as a being. And it wasn't because of the task per se, but it was the mental aspect of the associated with the task, if that makes sense. You have to process and think through every single thing that you're doing throughout the day. Do you feel what I'm saying? So if you aren't taking the time for self-care and you aren't taking the time to find something outside of those duties that you truly enjoy doing, for example, bungee jumping, skating, biking, working out, painting, singing, dancing, listening to music in your room without having to necessarily deal with everything outside of that and the titles outside of that, yeah, you're definitely going to be tired and overwhelmed, and you're going to have a lack of confidence. Why? I've experienced it. I know it's true. And sorry, you guys can probably hear the ambulance going by. I'm literally in my living room by the window, and so they're going by. So I apologize for that. My next point is definitely to visualize yourself as you want to be. Visualize yourself as you want to be and affirm it with action. Visualize who you plan to be, okay? So for example, right? Another, you know what? Bloop. Okay. Because I have 2 points that kind of tie to each other, and I want to talk about them at the same time. So one main thing is to eliminate the negative self-talk. This is why your mind is cluttered. This is why you're so overwhelmed. This is why you're not mind dumping and things of that nature. It truly is. So take the time to eliminate the self-talk. Why are you having that negative self-talk? You just had a baby and your weight isn't what it was pre-baby, and so now you're overwhelmed. Now you're stressed out. Now you're not feeling as sexy as you were before. You just got out of a relationship and it was a really bad breakup, and now you're questioning, am I attractive? Am I good sexually? Am I this? Am I that? You know what I mean? Like, let's be real here, because those are real things that kind of flow through your mind. Now, your children may not be doing the best in school, and now you're questioning your parenting, and that's affecting your confidence as well. So what is it about your self-image and that inner self-thought that you're having with yourself that you need to eliminate? Those negative self-talks. If you need to name it, claim it, affirm it with positive action, okay? So if you're going to be negative and say, oh my God, I've gained so much weight. Oh my God, I'm really big. Oh my God, like for women, my boobs are sagging now. Like, so many different things. Some women lose hair after they give birth. There are so many different things that goes on. And this video isn't just directed towards women. I'm just obviously knowing most of my audience will be women, and so I'm identifying with you guys as I have been through many of these things. I've got out of a really bad breakup, and now I'm questioning, like, am I a good person? Do I have the qualities, you know, for a positive growing relationship? I start questioning all these different things, right? Because that is a natural response to being rejected, having a certain type of rejection in your life that puts you in a box to make you feel inadequate. And so you start to question yourself. So the moral of the story is, address that negative self-talk. Address those factors that are happening. It's okay to confront yourself and have a one-on-one session, a one-on-one talk with yourself and say, hey, this is what I'm thinking, this is what I'm going through, and this is the why of it. But then I need you to affirm it with positive actions. I need you to go and if it is that you feel like you are not as attractive, okay, well then doll yourself up. You're so busy every day rushing, doing things. You don't get to dress up as you used to. You don't get to do your makeup as you used to. You don't get to do all these fun things that you used to do. Well, then you need to find a time to do it. When baby's napping, doll up. Okay, get dressed, get cute, do what you need to do. Yeah, you might have other duties like cleaning and things like that. Well, then put it off. It needs to wait, because this is just as important. And we have to start recognizing that our self and that our needs are just as important as the needs around us. They truly are. And so now I'm going to flip back to the other point that I talked about when I said that you need to start visualizing yourself that way. So if it's like, hey, my self-image isn't good, I want to lose weight, I feel like I am just overweight and I hate it, I'm uncomfortable, I feel icky inside of my own body. Okay, well then close your eyes and visualize yourself at your dream weight, at your goal weight. Visualize that. And then affirm it with action. Then say to yourself, okay, I'm going to go to the gym 1 day a week. If you can't make it to the gym, everybody has smart TVs now. So there's really no excuse why we're not getting physical activity in, okay? Your smart TV has some type of program on there, honey, that has exercise or whatever fitness thing on it, okay? To where you can literally put the TV on, let it play, go in your living room, open space, wherever you have, okay? And start working out. Start doing jumping jacks. Start running in place. Start doing squats. Start doing things. Because there's nothing more affirming than putting in the work and putting in the action and seeing yourself gradually get to where you want to be. Visualizing that every single day, like, wow, I'm 160 pounds and I want to be 130 pounds. And so I did 100 jumping jacks today and I feel really good. I drink a gallon of water. I feel really good. And that those might seem like very minor steps, but every single day as you continue to take one small step, one small step, one small step, eventually you're going to hit your goal. You're going to, because it's going to push you to go harder. And you have to be consistent. Sometimes, and it's the same thing, because it's about to be that time for those New Year's resolutions. It's about to be that time where people are going to be like, it's 2020, it's a new year, new me, I'm about to do this. Like, no, it's all in your mind. It's all in your mindset. So start training your mind. Start visualizing those things. Start training your mind to accept that this new person that you want to become has to be affirmed by action. Start putting in that action. Eliminate the self-talk. We talked about that. And so my last point, and this I feel is one of the biggest and the most important, is to let go of old habits and old people, okay? And the reason why I threw this in here for confidence is the fact that a lot of the times our lack of self-confidence and the things that have triggered and affected the way that we look at ourselves is associated by certain factors in our life and certain individuals in our lives. And we have to get rid of that, okay? It's called baggage. That to me is called baggage. The longer you keep those people in your life, it directly affects your negative self-talk. It directly affects the way your outlook on life. It directly affects you as an individual, as a growing individual. And I talk about growth in every single video because it's so important to me. And it's important to me that you know that growth should be a priority every single day. So it's time, again, like I said in the beginning of this video, to clear house. It's time to get rid of those individuals that are toxic in your life. It's time to get rid of those very toxic factors in your life that's causing you to feel inadequate, and it is causing you to feel less than, and it is causing you to have a lack mindset. And you really need to take the time to assess who needs to go and what needs to go so that you can build that confidence. So I really hope that those tips helped you on your self-love journey and on your journey of building confidence and self-discovery. Again, thank you so much for watching. Be sure to subscribe and click the bell button for notifications for my future videos. And I can't wait to see you all in the next video. As always, love and light. Bye.